Welcome to Space Mesa Bikes community. I wanted to get on here and give an introduction of what this is going to be, some of the projects I'm going to be working on, and some of the ideas that I've got bouncing around in my head. So, without further ado, Space Mesa Bikes is basically going to be the brainchild of myself. Just the thoughts that I've had about bike design, about things that I like in a bike, things that I want to see in a bike, and just kind of the counterintuitive things of what the industry has been doing the past few years as I've watched bikes get bigger and longer and slacker and lower and all these different things that aren't necessarily as good for the style of riding that I like to do. Namely, like sometimes like having a little bit of higher ground clearance. Like not everything needs to be lower to the ground. I don't like bashing my chainring on things. Other things like having a shorter chainstay so that you can have more fun. We don't all need to be going all out speed all the time to have these huge wheelbases, but like building something around that shorter chainstay so it's more fun, more flickable, more maneuverable, more trickable, more jumpable, all these things. Basically, that's what I'm going for here. Now, why do I got my downhill bike and my old dirt jumper sitting here? Well, the dirt jumper does not have a seat right now, so don't worry about that, but it's an old chromoly frame. This is a 2009 Eastern Night Train is what this bike is. Might even be a 2008. Either way, super old, but it's chromoly frame. This frame, I've ridden it. I bought it in 2011 used, and the kid I bought it from rode it pretty hard. And honestly, the only thing I've replaced ever on this is the bars, the stem, because I want to put taller ones, and I put new cranks on it. Other than that, not a single part has changed. Never had an issue with the frame, anything like that. It's kind of nuts. Good luck finding a bike nowadays that will last you that long and not have any issues. But the reason I got this here is because Space Mesa Bikes, as I develop this frame, it is going to be a chromoly frame. It's going to be, designed that way for myself because I want to build something that will last. I want to build something that I can get on and I can trust it, and then also if I ever do break it, that I can confidently repair it, because steel is one of those materials that's like you can repair it, you can put a gusset where it cracks, you can do all these things to keep it from wearing out, keep it from going in the trash. So that's kind of my goal here, is to make something that, if you get a bike that you really enjoy riding, you never have to stop riding it. Like, it will last you forever. That's the whole idea behind this, is a bike that you can do everything on that you want to, and it'll last, and it'll take a beating. And if you ever break it, which is going to be super hard because it's going to be super tough, it won't fall apart. So, that being said, probably the first project I'm going to work on with this whole thing. I know I've talked a lot about the frame, but I think the first thing I want to do and get out there as far as this company goes, to get it off the ground, something a little bit easier, a little less expensive maybe to start it out, but that's going to be this stem design that I've come up with. And I've ridden this off and on for like past 2 years. Basically what this is a 8mm stem. You've got your standard lengths like 40, 35, 50 even, but my whole thought process with this was I wanted to make a stem that was a little closer to what like a moto setup is. Because if you look at a motocross bike, the setup, the bars are literally straight above the head tube. So it's like building something that I could get as close as I can on a mountain bike to that same setup, to bring that cockpit closer. And yeah, like I say, I've been on this one on and off for 2 years. I think 2 years ago is when I built this, and I've been switching it back and forth between what's on this bike right now, which is the Chromag BZA. It's a 35. It's a 30 mil stem. Let me look at this. Yeah, it's a 35 millimeter stem. So this one's like basically 25 mil shorter than this one, but it's also taller too. So it's shorter and it's higher. So that's what I've been messing around with, is experimenting with reach numbers, stack heights, and all those kinds of things. So this is going to be one of the first things I want to try and dive into, get something into production, so that maybe you guys can try it out on your own bikes. Maybe for the people that are members of the community, give them opportunities to demo a stem, or you'll have first opportunities to buy it once it is available. That's what I'm going to go from there. So yeah, after that gets going, I'm going to keep working on the frame and keep developing that. Basically, I want to essentially take the things that I love about this bike and that I love about this bike, combine them, and make something that's going to be essentially a bike that is going to be more fun, more focused on the fun side of free ride, of just like not necessarily going all out huge, but should be able to do that as well. But for me, it's more about just finding those ways, those little tweaks that I can make it so that, and optimize like what I like in a bike, which, like I've said in the past, is that taller stack height, a little bit shorter reach, but still keeping a good wheelbase for stability. Even with the shorter rear end, I should be able to have almost close to the same wheelbase if I do lengthen the front, like I talked about in another video. But anyway, like I say, this community, this channel, what I'm going to focus on is just the whole process as I develop these products, as I develop the frame, as I develop the stem options. I don't know, I might go for trying to figure out a way to manufacture a single crown version of that stem, but for now I'm just going to focus on the dual crown. The direct mount is just going to be super simple, it's easy to do. I'll do a video here about how to install it, how it works, kind of break down the numbers on that, and then, like I say, as I go through this, I'm gonna work on getting those CNC'd so that we can sell it as a product, something cool like that. So yeah, like I say, welcome to Space Mesa Bikes, and I hope as you follow along on this journey that you guys can learn some things, that you can also like evaluate like what you would want in a bike, and share it with me too, because like I say, I'm willing to work with you guys too, to like see what the community wants in these free ride bikes, because like I say, I don't know everything, but I've got enough knowledge in my head that I think I can really make something that at least this guy will enjoy, and I hope you guys will enjoy the process of following through in it. And if we get a chance to be out on the trails together, you can try it out and see what you guys think too, because I think it's going to be something special. But yeah, thanks for following along, and I'll see you in the next one.